Hey, Bourbon family, Whiskey Phoenix is back on this Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Fry. Rye? Whatever it is that you all do. But I told you I would be back in my last video with a bourbon review, and here I am. Now, I have something special, and I'm telling you guys, I have the best brother, younger brother, in the world. Like, just the thoughtful things that he will do. For example, I know you all have heard me talk about, struggling to find my next job, and there were tickets that needed to be purchased to go down to Whiskey Weather's blind pick down at Moorline Lager House, last week sometime. My brother's like, oh, you need to check your email. I'm like, okay. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, now, what has he done? Sure enough, he had purchased tickets for me to be able to go. And I love him for it. And like, I'll almost fight people over who has the best brother, because I don't know too many people that can beat my brother, but he's my brother, so I'm a little biased. Anyway, I digress. So I've seen people posting about this. It's back. I guess the first time it was released was in 2019. And my understanding from doing my research, I love my research, fam, is that it's back for good. But my brother ordered and had shipped the Jack Daniel's Heritage Toasted Barrel. I was super excited. It's like, how did he even know that this is like a good one? Now, fam, in all fairness, this is not me. My brother has been into it. And don't throw him any shade in the comments when I say this, but he does not drink his whiskey neat. He's a mixer. So he wanted to try it. So he's the one that's been into it a couple times. I've waited until Friday. I think we got this like on Tuesday. Oh no, I think it's been longer than that. I think it was Monday, because he was off work Monday. So I've been waiting all week to try this. Now, he did give me the honors of doing the fresh crack, so I do appreciate that from him, but not going to get as much of a pop on it this time. But I'm super excited to have this. I've seen people, talking good things about it. It's been killing me to wait all week to have to try it. But let's dive into some of the details. So this comes in at an MSRP of $70. Look at me, I'm all excited. I can hardly talk. With, I guess, what is considered the classic Jack Daniel's mash bill of 80% corn, 12% malted barley, and 8% rye. The proof on this is 100 proof. And we all know that Jack Daniel's actual classification is a Tennessee whiskey. So I want to be sure that even though this is what I call my bourbon reviews, this one today specifically is a whiskey review from Tennessee. All right. Thankfully, I think he opened this on Tuesday, or maybe he had a drink, so at least it's had a little bit of time to pour. And he did me the favor of like getting rid of the neck pours can always make everything so funky and whatnot, so he kind of did me a favor by making a couple of mixed drinks out of it. This has got a really pretty amber color to it as well. All right. Let me get into this nose. Okay, right away I'm hit with to me, I get a little sweetness on the nose, followed by vanilla. That toasted oak is coming through as well. My understanding from my research also is that the toasting technique that Jack Daniels uses for this is it's aged in heavily toasted, then charred barrels, creating an integrated, non-overpowering toasted notes, unlike some double oak whiskeys. And I think I agree with that because I've had a couple of double oaks this year. Oh, wow. I'm getting some brown sugar. Like I said, sweet, vanilla, brown sugar. And I think some caramel as well. Holy cow. There's something else there too. Maybe like a little hint of maple. Okay, well, you guys aren't here to watch me sniff this all day. Let me get that first drink out of the way. Well, that's got some nice fingers on it. Coming down at about a medium speed, I'd say. All right. Now that that first sip is out of the way. Oh my goodness. So that sweetness on the nose is there on the palate, and then it gives way to a little bit of spiciness. And I'm going to say that spiciness is, for me, possibly coming from the rye in the mash bill, but it's also kind of like a baking spice spiciness, like a little cinnamon, and even some black pepper. See, I understand the difference now between white pepper and black pepper too. That was a nice thing about hanging out with Whiskey Weather, is he told me how to pick out the difference. So now I don't have to say peppery anymore. I can actually like narrow it down to black pepper. So this is black pepper. That vanilla that was on the nose kind of gives way to almost like a vanilla custard on the palate. Like I said, the black pepper, brown sugar still there. And it's actually slightly creamy for me as well. Holy cow, this is good. I can see why everybody's been so excited to get their hands on it. The finish on this, to me, I'd say it's medium to medium long. The toasted oak that came on the nose is there on the palate. The brown sugar and the vanilla just kind of carries all the way through, at least for me, from nose to palate to the finish. But I'm also getting like a slightly bitterness to it that I'm not sure what that's coming from. I mean, I can't say that I know what bitter tastes like necessarily. And well, I do. I mean, I've had like the bitter parts of a nut rind or whatever you want to call them. Maybe it's not bitter. Maybe that's not the word I'm looking for. I know what it is. You know how you roast a marshmallow way past the point when it's really good? It doesn't have that light brown look to the marshmallow. It's like you've set it on fire and you're trying to blow it out. It's almost like a charred, that outside of a charred marshmallow. So scratch the bitter part. It's like a charred marshmallow for me. This is really good, and I'm glad I'm able to get this review in before the end of the year. I was just saying in a previous video that I thought I had my top 10 of 2025 figured out, but I may have to go and revisit that now, fam. Because this is solid. This is the first time I've ever had anything from the Heritage series. I don't know if that's what it's called from Jack Daniels, but their Toasted Barrel. This is really good. I give this definitely a solid 9 out of 10. My understanding also is it should be widely available. Would I pay over MSRP for this, the $70 MSRP? No. I don't think you guys should do that. I guess the only way I would suggest you doing that is if it's just literally you can't find it in your area and you have to go and get it off the secondary market. But like I said, my understanding from my research is it's widely available now. It's just not, I guess in 2019 it was a special release, and now that's not the case anymore. So there you have it, the review of the Jack Daniel's Heritage Toasted Barrel. Again, a big thank you and shout out to my brother Michael for getting that for me. I appreciate it. If you are drinking today, as always, please drink responsibly, and I'll see you in the next one.